how to use div, and div is one of the most popular elements in HTML. And div is simply kind of a block, so it means you can have a lot of element inside a div, and it's gonna be a container which have all these blocks. So let's experiment this. But we can also use this div as a divider, or however we want to use it. So div will be used in almost every HTML code you work with, because it's simply good at what it does. And you have to have most of your displays on the screens in block. So for example, this div can host all kinds of tags in here, or other divs. For example, we could have a paragraph. And in the paragraph we could say this is paragraph. So then inside the paragraph we could have let's say h tag, let's say an h6 tag in here, and we say this is h tag, and we could have add a bunch of content in here. Let's say we're gonna have an a tag in here, and then we could have this is a tag. So what the div is actually doing is giving all these elements a container to be a part of. So it's kind of putting all these elements in one group. So that is the main use of a div. So let's check this out. So we can easily repeat this whole block with the same div. So we'll be having two blocks here, so one block here and another block here. Okay, so even with this block, each block can be different, since it's actually like a container. So you can apply different style to this block, and different style to this block only. So for example, we could have a simple style in here where we'll only target the div, and we'll have a width, because we wanna see how the blocks looks like. So and then let's say I just want to use a 300 pixels for each block. So let me save this, and what I'll do is to add margin auto to this. Okay, so margin auto brings it to the middle, and we can add, let's say a background color, and we could have, let's say, a red. Okay, great. So now we could see that this is one block which is having its own content within it, and this is what another block which has its own content within it. So that is pretty cool, right? So let's see, probably with this one we want to give a different color to it. We can do a class of, maybe class of D, and in here to grab this real quick, and then add dot D here, since it's a class. Then we could change the color. Change the color just like this, and then let me see. I need to take off this one because it's actually, we actually not having a parent div for all this, so I can straightly refer to the class in there, and then the color will change. Okay, so if we have another div which is also a parent div or a block, like around the two, then I can reference the parent div and then now reference the class in there. So we can have another div, and then we could change this to, let's say, a B for the class, and I can simply copy this and then change the class and color. So all I want to show is that this works like a block. So what it does is it's gonna actually group different kinds of element inside a group, so you can technically use it to style each block of tags you want to work with. So, and it has so many useful ways to use this div. You can use the div as a inline sizing and all that. So this is pretty cool. Let me have, I repeated the D, so the class for this one is B, so I change that to B and then I save. So we have a different color for that, but we are having the red show up here because we are having a parent div here, and this parent div, this div actually applies to this div, that div, and every div in here. Since we don't have any ID or class attached to it, so I'll take off this one, this parent div, so you don't see the background showing this red, so it's gonna be white there. Okay, great. So this is simply how to use div in your HTML, and you can have so many ways of manipulating the div and then controlling your content on your screen inside a box. All right, so this is the end of the div video. See you in the next one.